Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Dockside at the Bay. I'm Vinny, along with my co-host Kim, as always, and we have a special guest, special surprise for everybody out there today.
Yes,
before we get there, Kim, how was your week?
Week's been pretty good so far. We've had a little bit of snow in Chicago, first snow of the season. That was, we were supposed to get a lot. Didn't get too much, though. Wasn't too bad, but it was just, I don't know. I'm a sucker for the first snow. I'm sorry.
We got a couple of flurries, but no actual snow here in Connecticut. But I want to thank everybody for a couple of things. First off, I want to thank everybody for tuning in and donating for the podcast-a-thon this past weekend. Unfortunately, we did have to go ahead and cancel and end it early. I had a power outage at my house, which ended up putting a damper on everything. Luckily, the person that ran into the transformer did walk away from the accident, albeit in handcuffs. But he was, the person was obviously safe and whatever, but we had to end the podcast on early. The other thing I do want to thank everybody for is getting us to 500 subscribers on YouTube. We're actually at 552 at this point. We've gained so much in the past 3 weeks. So thank you so much for subscribing. And we are now monetized. So if you look at, as you're watching, you can see either a super chat button or a super thanks button, whatever it comes to, whatever has the $sign in it. You can go ahead and send us money to just help out the show. And that's what it's going to be. However, with that said, because the podcast-a-thon ended early, we are keeping the donation portals open now. So if you look it up in the corner and you see the Suds and Circle Media logo, I'm going to go ahead and change that right now to our Venmo QR code. You can go ahead and use that Venmo. Yep, there you go. You can use that Venmo QR code to send us money, and we will donate it directly to Samantha's friends as a continuation. Because our special guests for today were supposed to be on that podcast-a-thon later on Sunday, and it unfortunately didn't happen, but we are so thankful to welcome on Courtney Warner and Charlie Shrem into Dockside at the Bay. Courtney and Charlie, how are you guys today?
Hi, so good to be here. How are you?
Doing great. Thank you guys so much for coming on. I apologize that we couldn't make it work on Sunday because of the technical problems that we had. But so just to kind of give a brief overview, Courtney is going to be coming up on the Bay starting in season 10. Yes. And Charlie's been an extra and also some podcasting yourself, Charlie, correct?
Yeah, I've been podcasting since 2019 called The Charlie Shrem Show.
All right, fantastic. Well, welcome both. And as you know, we are here to raise money for Samantha's friends. And I actually met both of you down in Sarasota this past September. So why don't you guys kind of start about how you got involved with Samantha's friends?
We got involved with Samantha's friends, I would say, actually around the time that Courtney got on the show, because we were out in LA, and this was when Courtney was doing pre-production for her season about like 6 months ago or so, maybe like even a little bit longer. And they were like, yeah, we do these amazing fan events around the country. The Bay has all these fans all over the world really now, and we do all these fan events. And they do what they said. One of our best fan events is in this town called Sarasota, Florida, and we're like,
which was crazy. We
live in Sarasota, Florida.
Wow!
So it was kind of cool that Courtney got to do the first fan event before she was announced on the show. And then we did a second Samantha's Friends event where she was announced on the show. And Samantha and Alice are probably the most amazing human beings in the whole entire world. And everyone should give as much money as they can.
Absolutely.
And support your show too.
And everyone that attends there, they're just so excited to be there. And it's just such a fun event that I guarantee you, if you've never been there, you need to be there. Because especially like all the casts from all the different shows and so forth are there. And like you just get a chance to interact with everyone. So, and you get to meet me. Yay.
We've become super fans of the show too.
Yes, for sure.
We're caught up to speed. And I think we're at like pretty much season 9 right now. where everyone else is at, and we all love the show. So when I get to hang out on set and see all the cast and crew that Courtney's in with, but that I've known from season 1, 2, 3, and 4, and the thing is, like, the show's been around for 15 years to celebrate their 15-year anniversary. So it's like, it's become like a part of people.
Yeah,
Definitely. You
No,
know,
you're
it's
right.
in that soap category where it becomes a part of your, even though it's streaming and a different model, you still get that same sort of these characters. We've seen them kind of grow up. We've seen them evolve. We've seen, and they've just been present for as long as they have now. And it's just, it's so fun to see. It's so, just having that soap feel, it's wonderful. And that community that comes along with.
Yeah, I will say when I knew I was going to be on the show, I was like, well, I need to watch this from like literally season 1, episode 1, just to see what kind of vibe I was getting into. And we became, how about it? You, my mom, and literally became fans of the show. And not because we were being biased, but like we really liked the show. And it was so insane to see how, it was a certain show at one point, and then it did this 180, and then it's like, whoa, like Christos is, his whole identity situation with Adam and everything. So that was really cool to see the transition. But yeah, I'm really, really honored to be on the show.
That's fantastic. I have to second all those sentiments because I literally just started watching it a couple of years ago when we started the podcast, because I had never heard of it until somebody from another podcast had mentioned, oh, you should watch The Bay. So I had to search it out. And actually, Gregory told me, if you're going to do a podcast, you got to start with The Bay, the beginning, which is...
The Bay, the beginning.
Because it was a web series before it was an actual show. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's where we started with, was The Bay, the beginning, started all that, and then went to season 1.
So long ago, it feels like.
Yeah, right? A whole lifetime ago, I know.
I missed the season 2, season 3 days.
Yeah.
I liked those. That one two-part episode when it was a funeral. I don't want to ruin it for people who haven't seen the show, but I think that was those 2 episodes won the show with their first Emmy, so it was just phenomenal.
Oh, absolutely. And they've literally changed the game in terms of the soap recipe, because
definitely,
in my opinion, it's been it's addictive. Like, it's one of those shows, the hashtag online is binge the Bay, and it really is such a bingeable show.
Yep.
It really
I can speak to that. I mean, because when we started the podcast up, I kind of found Vinny, he was looking for someone who had previously watched. So I was on the cusp of doing a rewatch of the show because I'd binged it all and binged it pretty quickly, actually. And then I just decided, you know what, I'm going to go back in and just give this a rewatch. And then I found out Vinny wanted to do the podcast, and I'm just like, well, hey, you know what? Like, I'm about to start a rewatch. You're doing a first watch. This could work.
That's perfect. So that's perfect.
Yeah. But no, it's definitely got that addictive component. I mean, I knocked out those seasons so fast. I remember first viewing, just because the episodes, we always say this, they're shorter, they're condensed, but they're action packed. And it's just, the twists just keep on coming, and you got to see what happens next. I mean, it's standard soap formula, but they really know how to just keep you guessing, keep it, and what is it? There's a famous quote. I think it was Agnes Nixon, who was one of the writers wrote and created so many soaps. Make them laugh, make them cry, make them wait. And I feel like definitely we get that with the
Love that.
Because there is, the humor component, there's the drama, there's so many factors that just make it a very bingeable, very fun show.
And there's also the weight component, considering it's not a 52-week-a-year show like the rest of soaps, because it's released in 10 to 12 episode seasons, so you get that component. So
sorry, go ahead. No, I was just gonna say, what I love about the show too is I grew up watching all the soaps, like it's such a dream to be on a soap now. But the fact that I am is just so crazy, because a lot of the soaps, you watch and you like wait for something to happen, like weeks and weeks and months later where this show moves and it's just like, oh, you already know what this is going to happen and this is going to happen. So it's really nice to see the pace of the show. It's just, and that's what keeps you wanting to watch, is because it just keeps moving.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't know. I feel like now, like the slow burn aspect, it definitely is like, was a component, especially like, 80s, 90s era, so I mean, it would take forever for some of these couples to even, get together, find like, you appreciate the journey, but I feel like audiences now, it's like, we've got short attention spans. It's like we kind of need stuff to kind of move at a quicker clip. And the Bay is really good at balancing that. We don't get all the story, but they'll plant seeds, they plant threads, they leave you wanting more, and then they fill in the gaps so quickly. So sure. It's it's kind of more tailored to audiences that just kind of need that to just like that bingeable component to a degree.
For sure. Vinny, I didn't mean to interrupt you. What were you going to ask me?
I was actually going to say, had you done any soap work before or TV work before getting onto the Bay?
So I'm a film actress. So I have over 20 credits of film. And then this was actually my very first TV gig. So this was like a big dream of mine. And it's so crazy how you just manifest it and it just happens, No, but I'm just so grateful. And like I said, it's just been amazing to work with everyone and just really excited to be part of it. Yes, I have a film that just came out on Apple TV and Amazon Prime called Whiskey Run. It's directed by Aaron Murtis, and it's kind of like
clips on IMDb. Looked really intriguing. Looked really kind of twisty and fun.
It's really good.
It's a nice what do they call it? Like an Ocean's 11, Nashville style, because it's filmed in Nashville. So, and it's a lot about like chasing your dream and like, never giving up. And then there's just a really nice, sweet twist at the end. So if you ever want to watch, Whiskey Run, it's out. And then I have another one that's in post-production called Break the Cycle. I play a cop. So that's, so I'm an arc of the of that one. And what else do I have going on? And then I'm actually working. Yeah, Cuba Gooding Jr. is in it. Loretta Devine, Kim Whitley, Vivica Fox. Yeah. So that's a big one, I think. Yeah. And then what else do I have? I'm actually getting ready to shoot another film by the same director, Aaron Murtis, in Nashville in January, and that's going to be a thriller. And I get to play the villain. And what else? I have so much.
Courtney's there's a big film, a multi-million-dollar film that Courtney's very excited about as well doing. So there's a lot of really cool projects. Oh, there's a big Florida TV show.
Yeah.
So many different things going on.
Lots. Stay tuned.
But
awesome. They have so many things on deck and just so many exciting projects.
The cool thing that Gregory J. Martin, the creator of The Bay, and has also done a phenomenal film called Plastic Men that James Preston was in.
Did phenomenal.
I think it's one of the best movies I've ever seen. It's
highly recommended. I mean, it's very if you
struggle very powerful.
It's a lot.
It would have been good for Veterans Day, like if someone struggles with like anything
PTSD
related. It's very triggering.
It's a lot of different things,
but in a good way.
But James Preston grabbed that role so well.
Top.
And not that he doesn't, but like it was just nice to see him from the Bay and then to see him in Plastic Man. I'm like, whoa, like he's phenomenal. Yeah, for sure.
No, all the everyone that's like the acting is just so, and it's shown with like the Emmys and all the recognition that the Bay has gotten, but and I feel like honestly film actor, I give actors so much credit. I did a year-long film program, but I was not in it for the acting. I was in it for the writing. And I just gave every actor that I worked with so much credit for taking any words that I like wrote. I was like, oh my gosh, you brought this to life. You did that. You memorized my crazy stuff and made it great. And it was just like, it was absolutely, I can't act to save my life. I've tried, but it was like middle school plays and that was about it. So I'd rather be behind the
You were in middle school plays, so you were acting.
Oh, I was a townsperson. I stood in the background.
Well, you still had a purpose.
I suppose, but I just, when it comes to actors, I'm always in awe, because I feel like, you guys have such a responsibility with the lines. You bring them to life, and you can just do so much. It's incredible to see, and the memorizing too, because I can't memorize for anything. So,
and it's such a process too, just being an actress, because you really have to embody that character, and so it's interesting the different processes that people have. Oh, and yeah. I mean, how about it? Like this film that I'm working on now, I'm never dove so deep.
No, the emotions that Courtney has is
and
insane.
It's like you have to be able to have control over all the emotions, and then you'll be able to go up, down, and and still be sellable. And it's just like it's a whole process, but
such a balancing
it's therapy for me, so that's why I do it. And I just like to put a message out there to inspire people. So give them, yeah.
So what are some of the differences between being a film actor and a TV actor?
I think being a film actress, you have more time to really develop that character, where TV is so fast paced, and it's just, you kind of just have to make a decision of who you think this character is, and then hope the director likes it, and then kind of go from there. But
cameras.
There are definitely more cameras in TV than there is in film.
TV, they're shooting, like if you're standing here, they got 3 cameras on you. Where in film, they have to shoot it, constantly from every shot. So you're doing the same scene over and over. Where film, a TV, it's so fast.
Yeah, and you're not doing so much coverage on TV as you are on film, because you have all those cameras covering you. So
okay, gotcha.
So that's why it moves so fast.
So they get a lot done.
Yeah. In a short amount of time.
And it's a lot more blocking and moving from what I've seen with TV. Like you have to move around a lot, and there's different marks and things. It's like, remember that game when you were a kid? It's like with the marble. It's like when certain things happen, the marble gets triggered or whatever. It's kind of like that. All these Mousetrap. Thank you. It's just like Mousetrap, where they have to shoot these very long scenes in the same place, but there's like several groups of people talking. So when one group finishes, then they have to walk over, and the camera knows what to do, and it's like an orchestra.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah.
So Charlie, tell us a little bit about the Charlie Shrem Show, your podcast.
Podcast is a lot of fun. You guys know it's like a super therapeutic thing, and I remember I launched the show in the early days of crypto. I've been in the Bitcoin and crypto space kind of my whole adult life, doing a lot of different things. But the show, Courtney's been on the show twice. I kind of do what you guys do. At first it started off as mostly crypto only, focused on that. But then over time, it's just been like whoever I love and whoever I want on the show, and really cool people and just fascinating people. And like I've done shows on film sets where just get all the actors in a hotel room and try to get microphones.
Yeah, when I was filming in Scotland,
and we just
did
talk
a podcast in the room,
similar like what you guys are doing. And at the end of the day, like I never knew what it would mean, but it's cool because a lot of people, listen to these shows and they come to you later on and they really like it, and it means a lot to me. So yeah, when you guys are thinking you're listeners, I understand where you're coming from.
And what I love about your show too is like he has people that have been in the crypto space and then aren't in the space anymore, or vice versa, where they weren't in it and now they're in it, and then you hear the story of why. And I think that's really interesting that you have that perspective.
The best stories
yeah.
we get on the
and
show.
You have some really like
we have doctors and all random people. I've heads of state,
scientists, heads of state.
My best episode I ever did was, I think I broke COVID because I knew a guy.
Oh yeah.
I knew a guy who was in Wuhan.
That was in 2013.
Just for like a conference. Just happened to be during like when COVID first came out.
Yep.
So no one would like take him seriously or put them on the show. And I knew the guy. His name was like Crypto.
Wasn't that Wuhan or
Crypto Bitlord?
Oh, Bitlord.
And it was like in January of 2020. It was
this is crazy. This is before.
Wow.
It was so early. And he's like calling me, and he's doing the show from they were like quarantining him, and this was before they were
This
quarantining
was
us.
in China.
He's like
wasn't it?
drinking vinegar in China
Yeah.
and Wuhan. He's Australian. He's like, Charlie, this is going to become like a worldwide thing. I'm telling you. And I'm like laughing the whole time. I'm like, you're great entertainment right now. Like, I don't believe anything you're saying, but he was right.
He was great.
So that was my peak, my journalist,
Wow.
I never won an award, but I love that show. I'm proud of myself.
Wow,
That's
that's
great.
amazing. It's funny because I teased my wife. My wife and I were long distance relationship for a year before we even met. The week that she comes to Connecticut from Ohio to meet, that's when everything shut down. So I'm like, you started the entire pandemic by coming out here. That should have been a bad omen from the very beginning. But I tease her with it. I tease.
They got you guys together though.
Yeah, it did. And we ended up getting married 2 years later. So
That's beautiful.
it worked out. But so
and you like Connecticut, and then you live in Chicago. You
Yes.
We've been to Chicago once.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was during the summertime, so it was beautiful.
take a boat
We got to
ride.
do the boat
That's the
ride
time to
around.
be here.
Yeah.
That's the time.
We weren't there when it was frigid.
It's cool. You can like take a boat ride through this like canal system.
What
and
was
all
it?
the
The Grand
locks.
Loop, or is it
Yeah,
the Great Loop, or what is it?
Sorry,
What's
the Chicago
Yeah,
River.
when you're in the loop and you're downtown, you're down by the
Yes,
water
yes,
and the river.
by the grid, or what do they call it? Isn't that what they call it? The grids?
Great food in
Deadlock,
Chicago.
is the deadlock grid?
I don't remember.
Don't they like the locks where they lock
Yeah.
the? Yeah.
Yes, they do. Mm-hmm.
She's a good
Yeah,
crazy
no,
memory.
And
Actors, they have to memorize things all day. It's like
then when you're memorizing, you're like, oh yeah, I still remember
Crazy.
that happened like
mind sharp as a tack.
20,000 years ago. It's fine.
Well, no, when I came out to Chicago initially, it was to do the year-long film program that I mentioned, and that was over at Second City.
Okay.
So
Amazing.
yeah. So
Are you
I moved
writing
out
now?
here. I'm sorry.
You're a writer now.
I did some writing. I don't know. Right now I'm doing some freelance writing and stuff like that, but it's not as creative as I would like. I'm trying to get back into the script writing thing because that was a big component of why I did the film program. But when I moved out here, I wasn't anticipating staying in Chicago. I thought maybe, oh yeah, I'll go back to New York where my family is, or I'll go back out to LA. And then I just fell in love with the city. And there's still so much creative things that you can do here as well. There's
Yeah.
theater scene, obviously, improv, everything like that. There's so much to, explore and things like that here. Plus, I know that they're trying to get the TV kind of, in terms of like filming projects and things out here. Obviously, even The Bear, I saw, I
love The Bear.
doing,
Where do they shoot that?
So I actually used to work in the neighborhood where the restaurant is, like that
right.
River North
Yeah,
area.
Do they shoot it there? I wonder.
It's called Green. Oh goodness. No, not the Green Mill. That's different. But it's just this bar that I would walk past on my way to work, and then sure enough it becomes like, a focal point for this TV show. It was just it's so cool to see. It's just such a cool, industry to just kind of be on like the cusp of and see stuff happen. So you being able to experience that though with the Bay. It was funny when I was at the Samantha's Friends event, not at the one Vinny was at, obviously, but I had gone two prior to. And with that, they offered during the auction period, during the silent auction on the brunch day at the event, they were offering a walk-on role on the Bay. I tried to bid for it. I had a bid. I was just thinking it would be fun just to be on the set and just kind of have a chance to
Highly recommend it. Highly recommend it.
It's a lot of fun.
So much
I feel
fun.
like it must have been a really, just cool experience. Obviously, you're a seasoned actress and you've been on sets before, but being able to experience that on a show that you've watched must have been just really, really neat.
And what's really interesting is like, you work these obscene hours, and it's like, and he's like, how do you do it? And I'm like, I don't even feel like it's that many hours, because you just do what you love, and you love who you're, working with. And then it's just like the time goes by and you're like, oh, work's over. It's time to go home,
All day. You guys like torture yourselves too. It's like in a great way, but it's like 18-hour days sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can be on set for, I know on student film sets sometimes, especially that would go like into the night and things like that. I mean, it would just get to a point where it's a good thing you're with like a group of people that you're friends with, and you're just powering through and you're working through, because anything can happen on a set. It can get crazy.
You shot like
Absolutely.
in Scotland in February, the coldest time of
so
year,
cold.
Wow.
and outdoors at like 3 o'clock in the morning in like a abandoned mental institution in the snow.
I like how you
my
got it.
It was.
Should I have been?
It was an abandoned
There were
factory.
sound stages, and but
Whatever.
it was just like there
They
were different
shot-
castles.
They shot in castles and stuff, but the castles don't have heat. They didn't have heat back
Yeah.
then,
Yeah, so
and so it was a very cold.
which was great. It just set me in
It
character.
made it real.
So.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Use the
That's
use the
So
use the
actors do
surroundings.
whatever
That's
they gotta do to make it happen.
Absolutely.
They're the only ones that don't complain. I'm the one complaining.
But you know what? It's good that you have those things to deal with, because I said it really helps your character development. Because like when I travel to do a film, I'd rather be in that city and really experience the culture of
feel
the
it.
people,
Mhm.
what their regular places are to go to, just to feel like you are part of that world. Because I think it's really important to be cast as someone living there, to really know like how people live there. You know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
love the fact that when we travel to film sets, that we do
We
go a little
like
bit
a week
earlier,
earlier or something.
just to get a vibe of the food and the people.
Get a sense of the culture and what you're kind of getting in. I totally that makes so much sense. And plus, Scotland is. I mean, I've been to Wales and I've been to London. I did not get an opportunity to go to Scotland, but it was
It's
definitely
amazing.
on my
It was very, very interesting. It's because we filmed in a place called Kirkcaldy, which is like
Oh.
a small town, like close to
Mhm.
Edinburgh. What was it, like maybe
Yeah.
an hour away from
Exactly, it's
Edinburgh?
an hour away.
But then we got to go to the witchery, and we got to actually
Eat some good
experience.
food and-
What was the mountain that we?
It was the Edinburgh Castle Mountain. It was the
It
castle.
was just the Edinburgh Castle.
Yeah, it was Edinburgh Castle, but it's on top of a mountain, so you have to walk up it.
But it was cool because it was snowing. There was a rainbow. The sun
my
was
God.
out, and it was freezing. But
We're 30, so
you
we're
got it.
really
You got
good.
it done. So
We
Oh,
got
cool.
these like electric vests to heat us up,
Oh.
but I think it made it worse.
I highly recommend don't do it, because I literally had they call it a cold in my back, because it was warm in the small of my back, and then the rest of my body was frozen.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So
Yeah, it was
how about
really
it?
bad.
2 days I had to shoot. I couldn't move.
Our bodies
but I
relied on them
still-
too much.
Just still made it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was like
Wow.
our
Those
bodies
hot
got
showers
addicted
in
to the-
Scotland,
to
you
the-
just couldn't wait to get in that hot shower after a long shoot day.
Wow.
So how much of a psychological problem is it when you're on set somewhere, but it's being set in a different place? Like if you're, trying to say like if you're
Like a
in
film
when
scene?
you were in Scotland, were you shooting a movie that was taking place in Scotland,
Because-
Yes.
or was
Yeah.
it like
Yes.
supposed to be somewhere else?
No, it was taking place in
Oh,
Scotland.
okay, all right.
Yeah. And that's another reason why I'm glad that we were there, because it was definitely a culture shock. It was just
Yep.
not something I've ever been used to being around, but it was so charming. And I mean, we lived in this place, what was it, like a funeral home that
It
we
was
were put up with or something.
It
And
was
it
a
was
funeral home
just
on the first
so,
floor, a bed and
but
breakfast
it
on
was
the
so
second.
charming, because like they made us serve food every night. And like we
Oh,
got to go to the bar and like have a drink before
They
we
had a
went
little
to sleep. And like,
Scotch tap that you can just
Oh my
take a little
gosh.
glass from, and the breakfast was really good. But then during the day we did a lot of funerals, but we were gone there, so it didn't matter.
yeah, we were always shooting.
Yeah.
It was definitely haunted.
Yeah.
how
always-
long were you guys there for? How long did the shoot go on for?
It's like a month.
Scotland trip,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it was a long time,
It was a lot of fun.
but it was great.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, it's an incredible experience.
Yeah.
Makes me want to go back to Wales because we did get the castle. I did get to see some castles. I saw some sheep.
Oh,
I saw, and also just some of the larger cities as well. But yeah, that whole part of the world, it was incredible being there and being able to travel and experience that, and being able to do what you love there though too. I mean, I was able to, write and study and do, English major things and
It's
whatnot.
awesome.
oh yeah.
But
awesome.
being able to act and do what you're passionate about in a cool new location like that, I love that the Bay has that capability with just because they've been able to shoot on locations as well. Obviously you've watched the show, you've seen like where they've been able to.
Yeah.
And I feel
Not
like soaps
everywhere,
now
yeah.
are so like network soaps don't really have that I feel like maybe they don't have the budget, maybe they don't have the capability anymore, not like they used to back in the day where they could do these big locations and things. But the Bay still has that kind of ability to, shoot in exotic sort of cool places. And I just feel like that must be incredible for like the actors and for the cast and crew and everybody.
Yeah, for sure. And I also think it just makes it more charming, the show itself, to see the different, again, you're experiencing, this beautiful city with like the drone work, stuff like that. So
yeah.
And it makes people want to go to wherever these places are.
I mean, I wanted to go to Turks and Caicos for sure.
Oh, we've been there. It's beautiful. The water does look like Gatorade, FYI.
Seriously?
Wow.
Seriously, it's beautiful. It's not very
especially after the cold weather we just got here. I could use a white sand beach somewhere.
It's cold here in Florida.
I know it's cold in Sarasota right now. I mean, we're in Tampa right now because he had
50s,
work, but
50s.
yeah, it's freezing right now. And I'm like,
but not compared to they have
no,
snow.
yeah, you're in Chicago, you're in Connecticut. You guys are really cold.
It did. We got our
relative.
snow, and I think we're supposed to be in for a bit of a tough winter. I think we're supposed to be getting yeah. But I'm originally from Buffalo, New York. I'm used to the snow. It's like I made a lateral move weather-wise. So
we used to live in New York City, so we completely understand. Yeah, and I'm originally from Pennsylvania, so
okay.
Yeah, I'm from Pennsylvania, and then we met in New York in 2013. So and then we moved here to Sarasota in 2016.
Yep.
So we've been here almost 10 years. I guess.
I can't believe it.
I can't believe it's been that long. It's
yeah. Well, I had such a nice time down in Sarasota when I went for the Samantha's Friends event. I went down there with a good friend of mine, and I, made a little trip
down. It's the best down here.
So nice.
No, it was great. We had such a nice time. We had really good food and got to hang out, at the event itself. I mean, that was the first real soap fan event that I'd ever gone to.
Isn't the energy just amazing?
It was so much fun. And the way the events are organized so well, and there's just so much time and attention that's placed on it, and it's just it was a lovely 2 days. I had the best experience, and I know Vinny did as well. It's too bad we couldn't have been there together, but at least we both
right.
Alice and Samantha are amazing.
Yes, Alice and Samantha are definitely amazing people.
Lovely humans. And then just even seeing the dogs.
I know. I cry every time I go. I'm like, they're so cute. We're huge dog lovers. Speaking of, our dog is curled up in a ball over there, sleeping right now.
So as just to remind everybody that we are still raising money for Samantha's Friends. As of right now, we're at $225 that we've raised thus far. And you can still go ahead and donate. You could scan the QR code right up in the corner, right above Kim's head. That is the Venmo link to donate. And if you need the PayPal link, go ahead and shoot me a DM at Suds Media. I'll send you the PayPal link as well, because I didn't realize that Venmo is US only. If you need the PayPal link, we've had a couple people request that, so definitely let me know. Also new that I did announce on the podcast-a-thon is with our new merchandise shop, we do have availability for doggy bandanas and doggy cuddle buddies. So if you buy any of our logos on a doggy bandana or a doggy cuddle buddy, the proceeds for forever will go towards Samantha's Friends. So go to merch.suds-media.com and pick out your doggy cuddle buddy or your doggy bandana, and those proceeds go directly to Samantha's.
I got a bandana on order for my parents' Yorkie.
All right.
We have to get one for Baz.
I gotta order one.
We have to order one for Baz. His name is Baz Luhrmann because he's our
that's awesome.
He's a cutie pie.
And he's a rescue, so we rescued him at 4 weeks old, and he just turned 7. So
that's awesome.
We're big dog lovers for sure.
Yeah, I think we all are. I find that people that love dogs are the best people in the world, because if you don't love dogs, there's something wrong with you.
I was going to say, I worry about people that don't like dogs.
Yep.
We all know them. There are real people out there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, Courtney, tell me about some of your methods of getting into a character. I mean, you were talking about wanting to immerse yourself in the culture of the location and kind of getting yourself wrapped up. What are some of your methods of getting into a character? Like whether it's for the Bay or for any of the movie projects that you've done.
Honestly, I read the script a million times just to get a feel of the environment, who I'm talking to, what I'm doing, what situation I'm in, because it's really important to know what the scenes are, because if you don't know where you are at, especially in sequence, it's not always filmed in sequence. So you have to know exactly emotionally where you need to be. So as far as preparing for a character, obviously I have a coach. So as far as memorization, we spit stuff back and forth to each other. As far as like diving into emotion, sometimes I use a Meisner technique, which is more like just kind of thinking of different situations that I have been in and then kind of tapping into that. It really depends on the character, but for the most part,
Method?
I think that's a little bit of Meisner, though. I think
Okay.
method is a little bit of Meisner, but it, like I said, it just really depends. And like I said, immersing myself in the culture of where I am when I have the opportunity to do that.
She's actually supposed to be pretending to be a character in a movie. Well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you can't really talk too
Part
much.
of Courtney's work is being someone that she needs to be in one of her future roles in person. So she'd be like, all right, now.
Sometimes I'm assigned to be like, well, you need to be this character for the next 2 days. And Charlie's like, oh, great.
Or sometimes it could be
here, someone else is here.
It could be good too. So it depends.
You have to live the gimmick. I mean,
yeah, but that's part of the work, just to live it for a couple of days.
Yeah,
and it really helps. It really helps a lot.
But I think coaching is definitely important. Reading, just doing research. I mean, if you have any, like, sometimes I don't get any kind of innuendo of who the person is, or I just kind of have to make it my own, on, you know, depending on how much dialogue you have, like, and that's another thing. It's very hard to dissect dialogue sometimes, especially when you're not given a lot of information. So that's where a lot of improv and like just a lot of imagination comes in play. And then you hope you make the right choice. But other than that, that's pretty much how I prepare for a role.
Gotcha. No, it's such a fascinating process, just to, even when I was like on sets, just seeing like, you know, the actors kind of like running lines and going through, and it's just, even when I attended a staged reading for a piece that I had written myself, and just watching the actors up on stage, you know, just kind of like running my line, I was just like, wait, is this really happening? Wait, you're reading my words? Wait, how's this? I was like sitting there like I was a bundle of every emotion possible. I just
has to be so surreal to just see your writing like live, you know, and watching someone take your
and just seeing the actors being able to just give it something that I didn't know was there. And then thinking like, okay, this is a way I can develop this character further. Surreal. This is the way that I can just kind of elevate this more, just based on their take on it and just what they took from it. And it's just, it's such a collaborative process, and you don't really realize that until you're in it. But I feel like on the set for The Bay, it must have been very similar to that, because it's just like, you know, it's such, I mean, I'm not trying to say it's like an underground soap, but it's definitely got like, you know, I feel like that cast is just such like, and crew must be such like a family, you know, because they've been in it for so long. So it must have just been, I don't know. I know you can't really probably talk too much about your time on that set in particular and, you know, spoil it, but like, I mean, that must have been just really neat, just being part of like that group, and just, you know, being, especially knowing that you've watched the show and you were familiar with it. It's supposed to have been, you know, very cool to be there.
Definitely inspirational just to see everyone else's process. And, you know, Mike and James and Christos have been on the show forever. So like watching them and then actually being, you know,
you're friends with them now and going out with them and everything
and stuff. It's kind of interesting to see a different dynamic, but it's really, really cool experience.
And just even with Christos, I mean, you look at the way from Bay the beginning to where the character is, you know, currently, like even we're on the, you know, currently in our watch/rewatch, we're in season 7. So, but just seeing that character evolution and just knowing that that's like kind of been like his arc, his plan, what they intended for, it's incredible to see it. And that's what's fun about soaps, because it's just like you get to see that character grow up in a certain way, you know, or you get to see them kind of have that evolution, because they're just so consistently, it's just that time and attention is there, and it's just so neat to see that.
I know, it's like I grew up watching Days of Our Lives and I watched General Hospital, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm in a show that these people are on right now. Like, is this real? Am I dreaming right now? Yes, I'm
All the-
dreaming. But is
and
this
with
really
the days overlap, I mean, there's definitely a lot of, and
Yeah.
GH as well. I mean, there's, all those soap actors, all those greats just being in the same, it was just, that's another reason why I was drawn to watch The Bay in the first place, was just knowing that all these soap opera people that I'd, grown up watching and really appreciated, knowing that they were getting love on this soap when soaps were kind of fading out. We were seeing
Yeah.
soaps getting canceled
yeah,
by
good
the
point.
time the Bay came to be. So just knowing that these actors had a place to land that was just going to support what they were doing, support that talent, and just
I
be
really
able
thought
to,
about it that way.
yeah. No,
And then
'cause-
also what I like too is I liked about The Bay. It's almost like a modern spin-off of a modern soap opera, because for the younger generation, having
Yes.
like,
Oh,
what I mean? Like, it's just, and that's what was really interesting to me too. It's like you have all these people from these soaps that have lasted for years, and I grew up watching, and then
Right.
you have this young cast
Mhm.
supported with the older cast, but
Mhm.
it's more of a younger audience, which is really nice and refreshing
Yeah.
to see as well. It shows that soaps aren't dying.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, that's our attitude too, Vinny. They're not dying. We were saying on the podcast-a-thon just how, they're not dying. We're seeing a resurgence.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes.
So without giving any spoilers, could you kind of let us know what character you're playing on The Bay?
Yeah. So I come out on season 10, and I'm Mrs. Mulberry, Jennifer Mulberry. So
Cool name.
yeah, and that's all I can really say.
All right, so we'll have to wait and see when season 10 is released, but that's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
It's gonna be one of the best seasons.
I'm excited.
Oh, I can't wait. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm very, it's just, it's in our rewatch stage. I mean, I still haven't seen, I'm still out. I think I still need to watch season 9. I haven't even, so they're getting to a point now where there'll be episodes that I haven't seen just yet, and I get to chat about them in real time. It'll be what Vinny's done the entire time on our podcast. Just he watches, watch in real time. I had already seen it, but I'm not going to have that luxury once we get to the later season. So it's going to be, that's going to be exciting.
Amazing.
Yeah. No, I'm very excited to see how everything unfolds. It's going to be fun to watch.
So Charlie, for layman people, because one thing is, since you're big, you've gotten into crypto and you've done a crypto podcast. What exactly is crypto? Because I know that I get confused by it. I've heard, because we did at one point have some kind of a connection with Sportcoin, which was a Bitcoin or a crypto coin, and they said they were talking about burning crypto. I don't understand any of that. Is there a way to kind of explain what crypto is to, people that like crypto for dummies or something?
Yeah, absolutely. It's helpful to go back to like 2010 when Bitcoin was first launched. In those years, there wasn't really a way to send money on the internet to people. PayPal was the only way. Even taking donations, like you have a QR code with Venmo, that didn't exist back then. People couldn't send money to each other. It's that world was, we had to walk into a bank and send a wire transfer, and doing it internationally. There was no, think about how e-commerce has changed and how we can do podcasts and the whole, it doesn't matter. Borders have completely gone away. We all have second gigs now working, whether it's in acting or it's in podcasting or something like that, because of this transformation of the financial system. Well, Bitcoin did that. Bitcoin was the first peer-to-peer electronic cash system that launched in 2011, and it was conceptualized in 2010, and it really broke the mold, because now you're telling people download this wallet and you have this coin that represents money or something. And it was like a different mechanism, because before that you have money in your bank account and then you give people a check. but there's no such thing as a digital coin representation of your money. It just was a number in your bank account that would go down. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you couldn't really like send someone that money. There was no, it didn't exist as a coin itself. But now we're seeing these things like stable coins, and we're seeing that whole world now. That's what's happening. So crypto went from money being something that you see, and it's just kind of like a passive thing, especially on the internet. And it almost became like Bitcoin became cash with wings. It allowed you to have physical cash, but be able to travel all over the world and send it and move it around. Now Venmo accepts Bitcoin and uses crypto. That's one of their primary payment infrastructure systems. And after Bitcoin launched, a lot of other people had really good ideas. They're like, oh, I could launch my own crypto. So before Bitcoin, it was just Bitcoin. But then once people started launching their own, everyone started using the term crypto. And that's why we have all these different coins and different things that do different things. Some of them are money. Some of them represent games. Some of them could be percentage earning revenue of you hold the coin and you earn a percentage of a different company. There's all these different crazy, funky mumbo jumbo type of things. But at the same time, there are a lot of positives that come out of it. And what people really like is that, and just like you can hold a coin, you can also hold a coin that represents like a stock or an ownership of a company or an ownership of a house or a building. And it's like one day we're going to have our wallet and they're going to have all these coins on our phone, and they're going to be percentages of all different assets and all different things. And to bring it all back together, people in the crypto space are very excited about the film industry because it creates a way for like Courtney, for example, to get like a coin that represents a residual. As long as she's holding the coin, she can get the residual forever, as opposed to like now she gets checks in the mail and things like that.
So it's similar to, it's similar to like a stock almost, where, and then when they say burning, it's basically a stock buyback. Almost.
Yeah, exactly like stock buyback.
Yeah.
Okay.
When they have a certain amount of coins, like 1 billion coins, same thing like shares. So when they're burning coins, they're doing it in order to make the value of the rest of the coins go up.
Okay.
It's so funny with all the coin mention. I just saw, I think that they made the last penny. They recently minted the last penny.
Oh,
so it's a sad story.
No more pennies.
It just, I don't know. It's funny that we're talking about, evolution in terms of, coins, money, every crypto on the, right around time. It's like, circles
It's
like
a shame. We used coins as kids, and like they don't do that anymore. Like, a nickel for some gum. That sounds so old.
Yeah.
Quarter for the gumball machine.
25 cents for, I was going to say for
it's like, Mom, give me a quarter
the bazooka, gum.
Oh yeah, walking down to the corner store, they had the penny candy and all that. Oh, absolutely, yeah. Now, I mean, they said that it takes 37 cents to make 1 penny, so they're losing money hand over fist on that. So
that's crazy.
But
it's interesting too. You mentioned the crossover, just even with the film industry and everything is so connected now and so linked, and it's very interesting just to see with technology how it's impacting artistic things, financial things. It's surreal, and it's all happening so quickly, and it's just it makes your head spin if you think about it so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
So where could so I want to thank you guys for coming on, because it's been great talking to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you
so much for having us.
Delightful. It was great that we had a chance to speak with, do an interview with someone on her favorite show. It's very cool. It's a very cool milestone.
So where could our audience find you guys on social media or anywhere else to get in contact or to just follow your careers?
What's your Instagram?
It's Warner, right?
Yeah,
Courtney Marie Warner is on Instagram, Facebook, Courtney Warner Shrem.
If you just go to like the
IMDb,
we always tell
you can
people,
see Courtney Warner.
Go to your favorite,
all the things that I'm up to.
Go to your favorite place to watch a movie or TV show, like Amazon Prime or Apple TV or whatever it is, and just type her name, Courtney Warner,
and then you'll see everything that I'm in.
Dozens of movies that you can choose from your favorite genre.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for coming on. We really appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you.
You guys are great podcasters.
We
Yes,
can't wait to
thanks
see
for
you on
me.
the Bay. We can't wait till we get to season 10.
Yeah,
And we can't wait to see you in May.
we'll come back.
Yes.
and talk about it.
Hopefully we'll get down to Sarasota and have some time for Samantha's friends. And thank you so much for supporting Samantha's friends in the first place.
Sure.
It's a fantastic organization.
Mhm.
Can't say enough good things about Alice and Sammy.
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, they're the best.
Yes, they are
Yeah.
the best.
The loveliest.
They
All
are.
right, thank you guys so much for coming on.
Thank you. Have a great night, guys. Thank
too.
you. Bye.
All right, so that was Courtney Warner and Charlie Shrem on, well, Courtney's going to be joining the Cast of the Bay in season 10, and Charlie did a walk-on role. And folks, like I said, we did extend the podcast-a-thon donation window because of what happened with the podcast-a-thon. So right above Kim's head right there is the QR code for Venmo. And what I'll do right now is I'll go ahead. That's the PayPal QR code if you need that, if you're international. And also, folks, if you want to, you could also do a super chat or a super thanks or whatever the super gifts are or whatever they are. They're down underneath. There's a little logo with a $sign right through YouTube. You could go ahead and donate that way as well. But folks, I want to thank everybody for watching our special edition. Next week, we will be going over season 7, episode 2. That's already been recorded, so it might be a little bit out of order. You'll hear us talk about the podcast-a-thon last weekend, but this was.
But you'll hear us talking about the Bay and how.
Yeah, exactly. And then so next week it'll be season 7, episode 2. Then the week of Thanksgiving will be season 7, episode 3, and so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
But folks, as always, Kim, where can everybody find you?
So I am Misfit8690 on Twitter/X and a Little Misfit 52 on YouTube as well as Instagram. Feel free to follow me there to chat about soaps or whatever strikes your fancy.
All right, fantastic. And as always, you can find me on Twitter and Facebook at Vinny Suds. And then at Suds Media is our network Twitter name, which is what I'm normally on. But also, you can go ahead and find me on Instagram and Threads, which is at Suds and Squared Circle. There is a Suds and Squared Circle Media Facebook page as well. On TikTok, it's at Suds_Media. And then, as always, just find us anywhere you want. First, you could go to our Linktree, which is linktree.suds-media.com. But either way, go to suds-media.com, which brings you to our YouTube channel. And go ahead, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications bell. And thank you all for your donations. Thank you all for subscribing. We've got a lot to be thankful for as we go into Thanksgiving this year.
Definitely.
So for Kim, I'm Vinny. We will see you next week as we go sitting dockside at the Bay. Have a great night, everybody.
Take care, everyone.